What is going on, everybody, and welcome to another video. First of all, I'd like to say happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I know y'all probably food up right now. Y'all probably have something special, and for those who are single, grab you some popcorn, grab you some snacks as we dive into this visual novel, The Language of Love. Now, I wanted to do a little Valentine's Day special, but I also have a little announcement at the end of this. Give or take, competitive. But if you do enjoy this, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell so you know when I upload. And without any further ado, or wasting your time or mine, let's dive on in. I sometimes wondered if any other 23-year-olds felt quite as old as I do. I'm only 23, I try to reassure myself. I still have my whole life ahead of me. Don't worry, bro. I'm getting there. I'm 21 myself. God, that hurts to say. I moved out of my tiny village and I gone to study in a city near Tokyo so I can get in a good university. I'm going to pass my university entrance exams. I'm going to work hard, and then when I put my education behind me, I'm going to get a good career. I'll achieve things with my life, even if it kills me. Okay, I see the drive. I just want to succeed. I have a lot to look forward to, and I've barely taken my first steps into adulthood. There's no time to get depressed now. But no matter what I tell myself, it never sticks. Sometimes these words help me get to sleep at night, but they seem practically hollow and empty while I'm at cram school, surrounded by students almost 5 years younger than me. I really am getting old. Oh yeah, he's getting to that age, bro. I'm old compared to my peers at least. I think I might be the oldest in my class. The others are all 18 with a handful of 19-year-olds sprinkled here and there. Even my teacher, Miss Sanzuzaki, looks to be around 25 or 26. Look, don't yell at me if I butcher these names, okay? I'm trying. Now that I've grim dot, I might be closer in age to my teacher than I am my classmates. Not that I really feel like my classmates. Camp school doesn't really feel like school either. It does not. It's a place where failures and dropouts go so they can relearn all the things they should have learned back in high school. We don't cover any new materials, we just rehash everything we taught in the past over and over on a loop. So basically summer school. Huh. It feels like I'm going around in circles, swallowing my own tail with each step, like in Ouroboros. I know what that is. I've been in the city for around a week and I'm already exhausted. Paradoxically, my days here are less packed than they were when I lived out in the countryside. Other than craft school, my days are almost depressingly empty. Oh, believe me, if it wasn't for work, my days would also be like this. I get up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I put on my clothes, I kiss the train to cram school, then I sit at my desk for hours reading textbooks, answering the teacher's questions. Oh god, this reminds me of high school. We have a lot of practice exam papers to work through, so there's always something to study. For those, the exams themselves are 8 months away. When I'm done with school, I can take the train back home, and then while my time away until the night finally falls. There are too many hours in the evening, and I just don't know how to fill them. Oh, preach. My classmates look like they lead fun, exciting lives. I bet that's why they failed the university entrance exams the first time around. Oh, throwing shade now? Throwing shade. They're too busy going to bars, karaoke parlors, or the arcades. But nobody invites me to a bar or karaoke parlor or an arcade. Ah, I'm too old. God, bro, you beat yourself up about this, bro. Live a little. You're supposed to be in the prime of your life. Perhaps I could have had a painless time if I told a few white lies when Misaki asked us to introduce herself during our first day of school, but I didn't. For some ungodly reason, I was seized by a sudden need to tell the truth, and I confessed my real age to my classmates. I wanted to know right off the bat, my name is Misuki. Yeah, just like the actress, but it's not written the same way. And I'm 23 years old. I might be a bit older than the rest of you, but I hope we can all get along in the future. As if. I think I could have made a few friends if I kept my shameful secret under wrap. I mean, it's not like I look much older than everyone else, but it's too late now. The cat's already out of the bag. My classmates don't want to associate with me. They don't even look at me. Want to look at me. I can't say I blame them either. God. I'm only 23 and I feel positively ancient. Though I'm closer to 20 than 30 and the world should be my oyster. Don't worry. I feel you, bro. When I'm the oldest in my friend group. So, believe me, I hear it all. How can the world be my oyster, I ask, when I never had the opportunity to cast out my neck? Message. Now I'm afraid I'll never get the chance. I'm only 23. Just 23. Already 23. Isn't that old enough already? But my protests are all in vain, and time continues to tick away. I sigh as I walk down the street, my hands firmly planted inside my pockets. Today was yet another day at cram school, and it was just as dull and uneventful as the last. I might be living in the heart of Japan now, but than I feel even lonelier than I did back in Omori? Aomori? No, Omori. Look, y'all, like I said, I would not know how to pronounce these, so if I butcher these, I'm sorry. At least back in the States, I still had my parents, my grandmother, and a few associate aunts and uncles I could talk to. I had friends too. Well, why did I say well until they joined the coop? Still, even after they cleared off, I wasn't entirely on my own. I knew everyone who stopped by my family's old-fashioned candy shop and the people who used to talk to me as I count out their change. Oh, believe me, yeah, it'd be like that, especially if you live in a small town. Like, you go somewhere, like, everyone knows you. Actually, the same thing could be, like, going to work. If you work there long enough, like, everyone would be like, hey, what's up, such and such, or how you been, stuff like that. And I find that feeling actually incredibly well. Like if you're walking somewhere, like people know who you are, and you do that sense of like almost importance in a way. Like wow. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. It just feels good. People weren't above smiling and laughing until it jolts in. Oi Mori. Even with a loser like me. It's different now. I knew the city would be different, of course, but I always imagined in my naive, or maybe you could call it optimism, that it would be different in a positive way. I never believed, not in my wildest dreams, that I feel so isolated while living in the fringe of the biggest city in the world. Life full of surprises. Sadly, they're not always pleasant surprises. Ha! My footsteps fall against the dull gray pavement with a series of dull gray duds. Jesus. Everything dull and gray in this rundown part of... Okay, I know this one. Kawasaki. I call home. The high-rise building, which don't quite rise... This is exactly what... The high-rise building, which don't rise quite as high as those 20 minutes down the Tokaido line. The sideway, which is fringed by the curb and lined with street lamps. Even the sky, which looks grim and dark and downcast, is utterly miserable. I wonder if it's going to rain. I sure hope not. I should hurry. I passed the gates of a small playground, driven by a single-minded desire to get inside of the havens, unleash their loads of an unsuspecting head, when Not here. It's not here either. Hmm? Now, what could that be? Where is it? Where did it go? I can't see the speaker, but their voice sounds breathy and high pitched. Their frantic words are choked with tears, and it's obvious they're upset. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that voice belongs to a little kid. Why else would they be in the playground? I wonder what happened. I opened the low metal gate, which part with a creak, and glanced around. The playground is fairly nondescript, much like everything else around these parts. I see a few swings and slide, but the rest are aged just like the gate. It's all very typical, standard, uninteresting. Well, what else would there be? A portal to another dimension? God, my character is just a ray of sunshine, isn't he? There is, however, a young girl. The girl is crouched on the ground by a swing. Her hair is short and dark, and her eyes are filled with tears. I don't make a habit of talking to young kids, but something about her looks vaguely familiar. I wonder why. Mama told me not to go outside. I should have listened, but she hiccuped. Her shoulders tremble. It looks like she's crying. Is there anything I could do to help? Excuse me? Oh? The little girl jumped to my introduction, timid though it is. She must have been sobbing so much she didn't hear the gate creaking or my approaching footsteps. Sniffling frantically, is she trying to suck her snot back up in her nostrils? She lifted her head and wiped her red eyes from the back of her arm. Do I know you? Geez, I don't know. Do you? Huh. The girl frowned. She looked confused. I guess that wasn't the nicest street in the world. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Is something wrong? Yeah, something bad happened. Bad? I crouched down beside the girl, bringing our faces level. Like what exactly? It's all my fault. You won't tell my mama, will you? That depends on what your problem is. Will you tell me what's wrong? Please, I can't help you if I don't know. You'll help me? I'd like to if you let me. Well, the thing is, I kind of lost the key to my house. Your key? I can't get back in without it. And where do you live exactly? Over there. The girl points at the nearby apartment complex. Ha! Now I understand. That must be why this girl looks familiar. She lives in the same building I do. I must have seen her passing in before, but her face never rested on my mind. Well, I doubt I'll forget her after all this. So, were you home by yourself? That's right. Mama left to go to the store. She told me to stay inside, but she was gone for a long time. I got hungry, so I used the spare key and went to the convenience store. And then you dropped your key. Do you know when your mother will be back? The girl shakes her head forlornly. I don't know. How long has she been gone? I don't know. I think she left around 4. So it's been over an hour then. That really is a long time to leave such a little girl at home on her own. What about your dad? Don't have one. Oh, they try to make me cry here. Oh well. Oh. Talk about awkward. I'm sorry. Why are you sorry? It's just not your fault. I guess you're right. And how long have you been looking for your key? I don't know, forever. The little girl looks at me earnestly, her eyes wide in a manner that suggests it might have been forever. But knowing how kids are, I decided to err on the side of caution. Translated from a child's parlance, forever equivalent to about 10 minutes, maybe less. That does sound like a predicament. I'll tell you what, would you like me to help you search for your key? Would you? I can't promise I'll find it, but I'll do my best. You should be careful though. It looks like it's gonna rain soon. Right. Then we should start looking. Mama always says two heads are better than one. That girl claps her hands together with a newfound determination. Okay, we're playing Undertale now. Her eyes are still red and puffy, but at least she stopped crying. Do I deserve some type of trophy? So, mister? Yes, what is it? I was wondering, what is your name? It's Misuki. Yeah. Misuki. That's a pretty name. I'm glad you think so. At least this girl won't make wisecracks jokes about the actress. Probably because she never heard of her. And what's your name? I'm Tama. It's just nice to meet you. Tama it is. Is it? I guess you have a pretty name too. Really? Sure, it's nice to meet you, Tama. It's nice to meet you too, Misuki. Hey! Tama touched my arm, her eyes large and imploring. Now I know your name and you know mine. Does that make us friends? Friends, huh? Tom's a bit too young to be my friend, but it's not like I drove on people hammering at my door begging for my attention. The impressive is, Tom was the first person I met this week who seems interested in forming any type of relationship with me. I guess at this point, I should take whatever scraps of kindness I can get. Sure, I'll be your friend. Yay, thanks, Misuki. Toma beams brightly, her woes over her missing key all but forgotten, and I return her smile without thinking. There's a lot of people around Tokyo. I see them cram on trains during my morning commute and striding through the streets. I lead my weary way back home. For some reason though, they never look very happy. There isn't enough happiness in the world. I'm glad that, if only for a few seconds, I was able to brighten this young girl's day. All it took was a few words. Man, I wish I was a kid again. Me too. It's not here either. I sigh straight up, wiping my hands on my pants. Are you sure you dropped your key in the playground, Tama? Is it Tama or Toma? I always say Tama. That's right, at least I think I did. I don't know. 1 second, I had it, and the next, it was gone. And when was the last time you saw your key? Toma's brow creases. She shifts from foot to foot, her little fingers cling at her front. Is she trying to remember through sheer force of will that you're only gonna get yourself a big headache? Don't do it. I guess that's kind of admirable in a way, but I don't want her to overexert herself. I don't know when I last had it. I locked the front door like Mama told me. I put the key in my pocket, and then I don't know anything else. I see. If Toma doesn't remember the last time she saw her key, there's a chance she might have had dropped it in the playground after all. It could have fallen out of a hole in her pocket when she walked to the convenience store while she was examining the cute and colorful snacks lined up on the shelves inside. We've been searching at the playground, leaving no pebble unturned for the last half hour or so, but haven't made any progress. Toma's key continues to elude us no matter how hard we search. My knees and palms are dirty from kneeling on the ground, and the sky looks grayer and steelier than ever before. Its bluntly unwelcoming skies, thick with heavy clouds, would say in no certain terms, leave. A cold wind runs through the small playground. The rusted strings swings, sets, creak ominously, and the roundabouts turn a few degrees with the dull streets of medieval torture instruments. I shiver and adjust the straps of my messenger bag over my shoulder. This isn't looking so good. Oh no. And I'm never gonna find my key, Misuki. Oh no. Am I never gonna find my key, Misuki? Am I gonna be stuck in this playground forever? What if my mama never comes home? I don't want to stay outside in the playground all night. It's cold here and I'm scared. I want to go home. I miss my mama. Damn, bro, they try to make me cry here. Tears trickle down from Tama's matted eyelashes, but trickle is perhaps too delicate of a word to describe this as full-blown fit. Her face is turning red, and tears and round tears the size of 100 yen coins drip down her cheek. Hey, I'm Tama. I look at the Sama girl, her tiny body clenching on herself with. What's all these big words, bro? I want to comfort her, but I don't know what to do. We're still virtual strangers, and I don't want to make her feel uncomfortable. I shiver. Overhead, the sky darkens. The cloud looks thicker than ever. Any second now is going to. Ah! Looks like it starts to rain. Tama sniffled and wrapped her arms around her middle. It's cold. My clothes are going to get wet. I don't like the rain. I don't think anybody likes the rain. Unless you're like a tree. Or maybe a lazy... or maybe a lazy, apathetic teenager who really, really doesn't want to take part in their school annual sports festival. I've been there myself. I used to pray for rain before those big school events every year. It was kind of like a tradition. Our character is so strange. Though I lived in the countryside during my formative years, I never been big on athletics, and it must have been the cause of my build, or maybe my constitution. Speaking of which, if I leave Tama in the rain for too long, her constitution is going to take several batterings. She's only a little kid, and kids get clothes more easier than adults. I don't want her getting sick. It'll probably keep raining for a while. I guess we're gonna have to start looking for a key. We can't keep it up in this weather. Does that mean you're gonna leave me out here? God damn it. I thought we were friends. God. Oh, what am I playing, y'all? Of course I'm not gonna abandon you, silly. I'm not that heartless. But you are heartless. You said that heartless. So, I'm just saying. Why don't you come and visit my apartment for a bit? You can stay with me until the rain let up, or at least until your mother comes back. What do you think? Is that really okay? Of course it is. Of course it's okay. It's totally fine. What about it? Do you want to come with? If it's alright, then I'll like that. My mama told me not to go run off with strangers, but you're not a stranger. You're my friend. Thank you, Mitsuki. Mitsuki? Hey, Mitsuki, you're hurting me. I know that. Then why don't you be more careful, you big dummy? I recall the words my mother told me once years ago when I was Tama age and I was swimming in her lap just as much as Tama is in mine. It's supposed to hurt. My 6-year-old self was angry at my mother for issuing such a matter-of-fact response, and it looks like Tama's no different. Tama was crying in the park only 10 minutes ago, lamenting her sad fate, but she recovered considerably after her escape from the elements. Now thoroughly re-energized, Tama squirms and kicks and very nearby bashes my nose for her failing elbows. Why you wanna hurt me? You mean, I thought we were friends. It's because we're friends that I'm fussing over you like this. Good gracious. Now hold still, I'll never be able to clean you up like this. But I don't want to be clean, I like being dirty. Well, too bad, we can't always have what we want in life. You should be old enough to know that by now. Is this gonna be dumb now? Yeah, this is gonna be dumb now right here. I scrubbed Toma's hair with a plain white towel fished from the bathroom. Toma's hair isn't all that wet. We weren't foolish enough to linger outside in the rain for too long, but I don't want to take any chances. My apartment isn't new per se. I bet this old ramshackle building is even more ancient than I am. But it's new to me, and I don't want to get water all over the tatame floors. God, these words. Not that it would matter that much, I guess. The Takame is already stained and discolored from the previous inhabitants. So are the walls and the ceilings. Misuki! Since I don't have a couch, I had to sit Tama down on my lap. Her and she's a very comfortable burden to bear. She isn't heavy, which is a plus, but she keeps wrangling like a fish, which makes it hard to keep a hold on her. You're a bully. That's right. Don't agree with me, but it's true. You're the worst. I know, I'll prove it too. I attacked Toma's head for more intensity before. I massaged her scalp with the white towel while she shrieks and kicks her feet and tries to scream away off my lap. I gotta say, this is a pretty uncomfortable arrangement. Man, I wish I had a couch. This apartment came more or less unfurnished, and I hadn't gotten around to decorating just yet. I did buy a cheap multi TV from a nearby pawn shop, but that's because I felt sorry for the elderly store owners because I actually wanted it. Oh, then because I actually wanted it. It's not a good TV. What can you expect for 2,000 yen? But it gets the job done. It stops you feeling too lonely in the evenings. Excluding the TV, however, this room is more or less empty. There's no couches, no bookshelves, no pictures on the walls. I should probably spruce this place up. But what's the point? It's not like I get any visitors. Other than Toma, of course. Why are you being so mean? I don't want you to catching a cold or roaming around my room like a damp dog, dripping water everywhere. But I like dogs. I like dogs too. But what does that have to do with anything? Damn, my character's ruthless. You're the one who brought them up. It's just a simile. Simile? A simile is when you liken something to something. I look at the top of Toma's tousled head, her choppy hair sticking up in all directions like a bird nest inside. You know what? Never mind. There's no point in lecturing Toma about the finer points of... This is gonna be a long series. I'm not her teacher. Now, can't you try and behave yourself if you just sit patiently like a good, nice girl? This wouldn't have to take so long. But you're pulling on my hair. Well, sorry, princess. I know you used to look after little girls. In case you still have noticed, my hair is shorter than yours. You're even meaner than Mama. She pulls my hair a lot when she brushes it, but you're 10 billion times worse. I hadn't had any practice. Then you should have put your hands on my head. I'm not doing anything because I want to. I'm trying to keep you dry in my apartment too. It's not like it even matters. Your apartment is ugly anyways. Yo, someone come get their child. Oh, it is, isn't it? Yep. My left eye twitches. Someone's only speaking the truth. Harsh though it is. Little kids are like that. They haven't learned about flattery, so they say whatever's on their minds. No matter how biting. I shouldn't be annoyed at her, but this is my home she's talking smack about. It's not a nice home, I admit it, but it's my home all the same. Then what about your apartment like? I can't imagine it's much different than mine. It is different. Our apartment is small, but Mama makes it look pretty. There are pictures on the walls, shelves, and lots of cats. Cats? I thought our landlord didn't allow pets. We have a calendar on the wall with cat photos, and Mama lets me turn each page at the start of every month. I see. Well, your apartment does sound a lot nicer than mine. Heh, you see? But that doesn't mean I'm gonna let you mess my place up. Now stop being a brat. This will be over before you know it. Wow, Misuki, I thought you were my friend. Thomas uncooperative wail floods the room. I'm a little worried the neighbors are over here and file some type of complaint. I don't want my neighbors to hate me. I guess I better finish drying Thomas' hair pronto. Right? Yeah. Her hair is pretty short, but it's quite thick, and it takes a while to clean. To make matters worse, she actually refuses to sit still. I hope I can finish this short soon for both our sakes. I'm not sure which of us is going to snap first. Hey Toma, are you still mad at me? Toma turns her back to me, eyes narrowed. The little brat is busy staring at my small boxy TV, which I turn on to stop her whining. I thought it was pretty egregious plan, but I think it might be a little bit too effective. Toma's so glued to the TV, she hasn't glared at me once, let alone spoken to me for the last 5 minutes. That TV show, whatever it is, must really be engrossing. Either that or she hates me so much she can't stand to be in the same room as me. So much for being friends. Toma, what you watching? Toma snorts again, but she doesn't reply. Well, it's not like I care, I was just trying to be nice. At least Toma's hair is dry now, if it's a bit messy. Unfortunately, her clothes are still kind of damp, her shirt clings to her, and the knees of her denim jeans are all muddy. I could run the bathroom of Madam for her dirty clothes and wash machine, but drying her hair was enough of a chore. She'll never design to wear one of my old shirts now, especially since she regards me as her mortal enemy. Friendship can be a fickle thing. Toma, are you sure you don't want to talk? Toma doesn't reply, not with words, or at least. Instead, she turns her head and sticks out her tongue. Jeez. I hope I wasn't dissonant when I was young. No response. Hey, you should be grateful, you know. I'm trying to look out for you. This at least is enough to unstick Toma's tongue. She faces me smirking wickedly and says, I think you're the one who needs somebody to look out for you. Damn. What was that? Your room is so small and dirty, it's gross, and so are you. I thought you were nice, but you're a rotten bully just like Keiichi. I don't know who Keiichi is, but I know enough to realize this isn't a compliment. Oh, cut it out, I did you a favor. That's the least you could thank me. Thanks, you're so nice, Mitsuki. But Toma's voice is carefully flat without any inflation at all. It's clear she doesn't mean it. Why, you little... I dropped my teeth together. I need to keep my cool. Maybe Toma's after that because she's worried about her mother. To be honest, I'm starting to worry about her mother too. Where is she? Do you think your mother will be back soon, Toma? Don't know. Do you have any way to contact her? No. Does your mother go out without you quite often? Sometimes. Well, then I guess we'll be here waiting for a while. Maybe. I sigh. Just what kind of person is Toma's mother anyways? What possessed her to abandon her young daughter? Judging by Toma's responses, this doesn't seem to be a one-off, and it must be on a semi-regular basis. Toma might be a brat, but arguing with her won't get me anywhere. It's just makes the pair of us unhappy. The situation is desperate enough as is, and for the rain falling outside my window, maybe I should do something to cheer us up. Hey Toma, I was wondering, you're not hungry, are you? Ah! Toma tries creating a difference. We're more enemies after all. But her intrigue is these words are going to be definitely obvious. How cute. I might be a little hungry, maybe. So that's a yes. Yeah. I was waiting for Mama to come back home and make dinner, but she never did. I only bought some bread at the convenience store. I didn't want to ruin my appetite. Mama spends a lot of time cooking, so I try to eat the food she makes, but I really don't like green peppers. Toma whispered the phrase green peppers as though it's some kind of voodoo curse. Do you eat the green peppers your mom makes, Toma? Sometimes. Green peppers are gross, but Mama says they're good for me, so I try. It doesn't always work though. Maybe that's why Mama has to come back home. It's because I spread out my green peppers and hid them while she wasn't looking. She must have known I'd been a bad girl. This must be a punishment. Hey, don't be silly, Toma. I'm silly? Yeah, you're not a bad girl. There's no way. Well, she was being quite badly behaved when I dried her hair. But I might be partially to blame for that. I should have been judging. So your food out is quite nasty, but I can understand your feelings. I don't like green peppers much either. You don't? Nah, they're so bitter. My mom told me to learn how to like them when I became an adult, but I'm an adult now. In the legal sense, at least. And I still can't stand it. My mom was the same. She said all adults eat green peppers without complaining. Well, I don't. So I see. So my mom was lying? I don't think she was lying. She was just that mean you're not a real adult, Misuki? I do wonder that sometimes. For an adult, you're not very tall. I get that a lot. So how about food? I can make you something if you like. I might not look it, but I'm a very decent cook. I don't know. Mama told me she wouldn't be out too long. I always eat dinner with her. I know, but your mama isn't back yet, is she? After drying her hair, I asked her, Toma to take me to her apartment. The lights were off and I knocked on the door. I didn't even see reply. In the end, I wrote a note beneath the door. I had my apartment number written on it. Now let's be positive when Toma's mother returns, she'll be able to find her daughter again on fees. I still haven't seen any sign of her though. I wonder what's going on. I guess you're right. Mama does go on her own sometimes, but she usually comes back after a few minutes. No one glares at the clock hanging on the wall. It's past 7 already and the sun outside is starting to set. I'm worried about her. Oh, the poor thing. As the adult here, I need to try and cheer up. This is my job, my duty, my responsibility. Maybe just need to take her mind off her mother if nothing else. Alright. But my sleeves against stuffy. I'm gonna start making dinner. Huh? You're really gonna cook for me? That's right. I'll whip up something delicious. And there won't be any green peppers in it, I promise. Huh. I don't know. I should wait for Mama to come back, but well, I could try your food, Mitsuki, if it isn't too yucky. Jeez, thanks for the vote of confidence. Guess I'll do my very best. What do you think about a nice warm plate of omelet rice? Ah, omelet rice! Do you like omelet rice, Tama? It's one of my favorites. I know it, but little kid doesn't love omelet rice. I think I'm a hit onto one idea. I just hope Toma's mother comes back soon. There's only so much I can do to keep Toma entertained, and omelet rice won't be enough to fix all of our problems. Where is Toma's mother anyways? By the time I finish making Toma's food, the sun has set and the stars have already come out to play. I flick on the lights, then take a seat by Toma's side at a low table in the living room / dining room. So, I set the plate out on the rice on the table for my young guests. I only made one portion, but I'm starting to regret it. The omelet rice looks pretty good if I do say so myself. The omelet is even yellow color, a little like the pudding you used to buy at a convenience store, but less artificial. The smooth, unbroken omelet is topped with ketchup and foie rice. The rice itself was fried in a yak and filled with chopped bits of sausage, carrots, and peas. True to my words, not a single green pepper in sight, whole or diced. The meals are as simple to make, and I slapped together with a few ingredients down my fridge. I needed to use up my eggs before they went rancid, and the carrots had been lying eaten at the bottom of the shelf of my fridge for more than a week. I'm not that bad at cooking, but I really don't like cooking for myself. Oh, I'm the same way. I can't get fired up when I'm the only person who eats the finished product. I'm like that. It's like sometimes I want to cook, and then when I do cook for myself, it's like, I don't want to be the only one to try this. Maybe it sounds spoiled, but if I'm going to put in my work, I like to be complimented for it. No, I see that. What's the point in trying if nobody else knows how much effort you expend it? During my time in the city, I've been relying mostly on microwavable meals and instant noodles. I brought a bunch of groceries when I first moved into Lofty. Ideal thought that I'd take care of my health and eat five fruits or vegetables a day, but that didn't happen. It happens for me. That's a lot. Oh well, at least I had a chance to solve my cooking prowess today. I guess picking up those eggs were a complete waste. Mitsuki? Did you make this yourself? That's right. While you were watching your City Kids anime. Pretty Magical Pumpkin is not silly. Right, I'm sorry. What I meant to say is you're watching a very small and clever kids anime. Pretty Magical Pumpkin isn't just for kids, adults watch it too. Well, maybe some weirdos do. Mama watches it with me, and she isn't a weirdo. Mama likes pumpkins too, she does. I'm sure she does. I'm pretty sure that's what she tells him. Parents are always lying to their kids. Either just shut them up or make them happy. It can work in the short term, but I remember feeling pretty betrayed when I learned Santa wasn't real. Anyways, I wasn't saying while you were watching, you're very smart and clever anime, which can be enjoyed by both adults and children worldwide. I gotta say, Tama, this time she doesn't interrupt. Did those amendments make her happy? I was slaving away in the kitchen preparing this meal just for you. It's made from leftovers, but if you like it. Leftovers? Toma puts her fork. Yeah. Toma puts her pokes her fork into the omelet soft yellow exterior. But it looks like something from a restaurant. A 5-star restaurant, no doubt. I don't know about stars, but it looks like a lot of omelet rice from Piet Judin. Is it Petite? Petite Judon? Petite Judon is a pretty well-known chain of family restaurants that serves cheap and cheerful meals for kids with leisured parents to adults that cook for them. I lived out in the countryside when I was a kid, but whenever I went shopping with my parents in the near city, we always stopped by Petite Judon. I think I celebrate a couple of my birthdays there too. How my food compared to other restaurants is bad. I guess I'm proud of my cooking, but it's pretty much my skill, and I'd rather have it like it's something a little classy. Oh well, it was only omelet rice. What can you expect? To a little kid like Toma, Petite Judon is probably the most. What's up, man? I don't know. I would find dining. Well, I guess you think it looks good. It looks too good. You didn't buy this from a store, did you? Of course not. I didn't leave this apartment. You saw me. I would never be responsible enough to leave a little kid in here on her own. Who do I think I am? Her mother? Well, maybe you don't leave, but you could have called somebody to hang the food to you. I know all about that, you see. I'm not stupid, and you can't trick me. It's called home delivery. Haha, that's very clever, Toma. This isn't delivery food. Nobody knocks on the door and you don't see anybody enter this house, right? Well, no, but I made this food myself and I made it just for you. Really? That's right. You made it for me. That's what I said and I was gonna do, isn't it? I said a lot of mean things to you. It's alright, I forgive you. You say mean things to me because was mean to you first. I cooked for you because I wanted to make you feel better and think I deserve an apology. I don't want you to be sad. It'd be much better if we could both be friends again, right? We can be friends? Sure we can. You're the one who said it first. I don't want you to hate me, so I try my best. Now, why don't you try some of your food? Omelet rice tastes the most delicious when it's still warm. You have to hurry. Ah, that's right. Have to hurry. Chancing this under her breath, someone picked up her fork and plunged it prone into the side of the omelet. The omelet breaks underneath the force of Thomas' fury, and steam escapes from the heart of the culinary creation. Thomas' nostrils twist like a rabbit. She swallows. And then, thank you for the food. She scoops up 4 foot of rice and omelet. Nice. With a genius amount of ketchup up to her lips. Her motion with the fork are a little awkward at first as she doesn't lay her hands on a few. Wait, what? Her motions with the fork are a little awkward, but she drops a few kernels of rice back into her plate while she's blowing on her food. I guess she isn't the most skilled with a knife or fork, but her effort is valiant enough. Suddenly, she slid her fork into her mouth. She chewed. While she chewed, pressing her food from one cheek to another as I watched. I wait. I know my food looks good, but what about the taste? I hope it's to her liking. And to my amused relief. This could be thumbnail material. It really is delicious. It really is delicious. Do you like it? Yeah. It tastes just as good, no better than omelet rice at G-Day. Haha, well, I'm glad my handmade food is better than the frozen pre-packaged omelet rice they serve there. Someone scoots up another 4 omelet rice and cheese. This is amazing. I didn't even know guys could cook. Sure we can if we work at it. Everything gets easier with practice. We have cooking classes at school sometimes, but the boys always complain. Keiichi says only girls wear aprons. So like this, Keiichi makes him very unattractive husband later on in life. What you mean? Nothing, just talking to myself. Last time we made fruit salad. Fruit salad. I think I made that back in elementary school too. I was very good at it. You know, it's better. I wasn't very good at it. You're much better at cooking than I am, Misaki. Well, I am older than you. I guess. You know what? I think your cooking might be even better than my mama's. Then your mother, that is high praise. Mama tries to cook every day, but she doesn't always have the time. She always brushes at work. Busy at work. Toma frowns. Maybe she likes this omelet rice. Maybe it'll make her happy. I should save some for her when she comes back home. If she comes back home. Toma bows her head. Shoulders slump. All of a sudden, she looks utterly drained. Her expression is even cloudier than the evening sky outside my apartment. She must have really be worried about her mom, huh? Usually it's the other way around. Aren't parents supposed to be worried about their kids instead? I glance at the clock on my wall. It's almost 8 now, and it's pitch black outside. Where in the world is Toma's mother? She's been gone for hours. Toma, are you alright? I'm fine. But you look kind of down. I said I'm fine. I'm not even sad. Crying will make the food taste salty, so I can't cry. I don't want to ruin my meal. Toma scoops up another forkful of rice and stuff into her mouth, then another and another. She's eating so quickly, her cheeks are starting to puff out like a hamster. Maybe she's trying to drown her swallows in carbohydrates. We all been there. But if she keeps this up, she'll make herself sick. Hey, slow down, yo. Choke. I guess my warning came a little too late. I reach across the table and pat Toma in the back. I don't want to hit her too hard. She's a young girl, not a baseball. But I don't want her epaulettes in my apartment. That'd be pretty bad to explain in court, though death by on it right does have a certain ring to it. Maybe it would be a good name for a band. At this point, Toma's cross finally started to subside. I let her hands fall from her back and look at her concerned. Are you alright, Toma? Do you feel any better? A little, thank you, Misuki. It's no problem. Your big brother is here to look out for you. Big brother? Crap, did I say something incredibly corny? Let's try and change the subject. You should chew your food before you swallow it, Toma. Didn't your mother tell you that? She did, but I couldn't help it. I was so hungry and this food tastes so good. I'm glad you like my food, but it's not worth dying over. You should be worried for... You worried me for a sec. I did? Yeah, you're in my house. You're under my protection. I need to look after you. Honestly, when it comes to kids, you can't take your mind off them for a reason. When it comes to kids, you can't take your eyes off them, not even for a second. I'm sorry, Misuki. I'll try to be more careful. I don't want to make anybody worried about me. I don't want to get in the way. But I do anyways. Maybe that's why Mama isn't coming back. Toma. The atmosphere's getting a little too heavy. Doesn't help. Toma's annoying when she's screaming and pouting and making fun of me. But I even found that preferably to her tears. I don't want her to be sad. Seeing her so worn and withdrawn, her lower lip trembling is breaking my heart. I can't stand it. How can her mother abandon her like this? She must be a cruel, heartless woman. When I see her, if I see her, I'll give her a piece of my mind. I stride right up to her and I'll tell her, Hello, hello, is anybody here? Oh, is this the mother? I'm sorry to bother you, but it's cold and wet out here, and I can't help myself. Oh, I'm so worried. If you're here, please let me in. My name is... Himuro. Yeah, Himuro. And I'm looking for my daughter. Toma's mother doesn't look quite how I imagined her. I was picturing a grumpy, ill-tempered woman like an evil stepmother from a fairy tale, content to leave her poor young girl out in the rain and cold. But the natural woman in my apartment kneeling at my low wooden table is the complete opposite of that. Nice. Toma's mother. Himuro. Yeah, Himuro. Did she say her name was? It's hardly an evil, twisted old stepmother. But an actual woman in my apartment kneeling at my low wooden table is the complete opposite of that. Toma's mother, Himuro. Did she say her name was? Wait. For one thing, she's Toma's birth mother, and for another, there aren't any wrinkles, there are no gray hairs. This might be purplish blue. There might be some purplish blue bags that don't look like bruises for your eyes, and her skin might be a touch too pale. But other than that, she doesn't look a day over 25. She's probably around the same age as I am, maybe a couple of years older, give or take. I can't exactly call her a fresh face, she looks too tired for that. But there's something kind of soft about her, I guess. If I had to sum up her looks in a single word, it would probably be pretty. She's not breathtaking, ridiculously gorgeous like a Hollywood actress on a bass string, but I preferred that. But I kind of prefer that. It makes her seem a bit more approachable, and besides, most people don't have teams of makeup artists followed around all day. We can't all aspire to be like Scarlett Johansson. It's not just realistic. Hero sips the green tea I served her in a measured, ladylike way. Her lips, she wasn't wearing lipstick, pressed against the rim of the cup like two vampires. Her emotions are very grateful, and watching her drink is starting to make me feel thirsty. She'll probably boost sales if she appeared in adverts. Why didn't I make myself an extra cup of tea anyways? I guess I got so caught up in not Scarlett Johansson down to earth beauty, I just forgot. Mama, I missed you! Someone leans against her mother's sides, nuzzling her head against her shoulders like a little lion cub. Tama. Himero's tired eyes look older than the rest of her face, crinkled with relief. She set her cup of tea on the table with a well-practiced motion. Did she study tea ceremony as a kid or something? What's with this perfect poise? And smiled at her daughter. I'm sorry I got back so late, I really am. You must have been very sick. It's okay, Mama, I wasn't worried, not one bit. That little liar. Himuro looks just as skeptical as I am because she presses her lips together and frowns. Are you sure you weren't worried? Well, maybe a little, but I wasn't lonely. I was with Mitsuki the whole time. Mitsuki, you mean? Mr. Tanimura? Ah, that's me. You can just call me Mitsuki, though Mr. Turner sounds kind of, Oh, I see. Then, Mitsuki, it is. Mitsuki. Huh? Somehow the transition of referring names to given names feel far too fast. I only know you for 5 minutes. Don't you think we should slow things down a notch? That's what I want to say. But since I'm the one who suggested we skewed formalities in the first place, it would probably sound ridiculous. Hey, Mitsuki? Toma still glued to her mother's side like a kernel of sticky rice, playing some recursion. Your face is going all red. Oh, it has? Yeah, you did get sunburned, did you? No, I'm fine. Maybe I should change the subject. That sounds pretty good right now. So, Himuro. Oh, if you want me to call you Mitsuki, you should probably use my given name too. It feels kind of awkward otherwise. I don't mind either way, but if that would make you feel more comfortable, then yeah, I don't mind really. With a small, soft smile, Himuro brushes a few strands of dark hair behind her ear. Is that Kikyo? I don't know. I'm gonna say Kikyo, but I don't know. Kikyo. I taste her name on my tongue. Kikyo is a pretty normal name. In fact, it's so Benin. It might be a bit disappointing, but I think it suits her. Himuro Kikyo. I guess that would make her daughter Himuro Toma. I know Kiro's a bit old-fashioned now. My parents have always been rather traditional, you see. A little embarrassed, but she managed to figure me out. Are my dots that transparent? Am I hardly trying to reassure? Hey, there's nothing wrong with Kiro. I think it's pretty. You do? Yeah, the name suits you. I mean, you're pretty too. Ah! Smooth. The moment I realized what I said, my face turned pale. I probably should have kept that on the down low. I don't want Kira to think I'm being too forward. And yet, to my relief. Kikyo places one hand to her mouth, her fingers curled together and giggled. She's laughing at me, as if this couldn't be any more embarrassing. Huh? Why are you laughing, Mama? Did Mitsuki say something funny? It's not really, it's just... I'm sorry, Mitsuki, I wasn't laughing at you. I just thought this was rather charming. How earnest you were. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. So we met Tama and we met Kikyo. So looks like Kikyo here is a single mother, which that is a serious problem in this world. I just wish it was better. I know hopefully when I become a dad one day, I'm there to raise my kids, support. I don't want my kids to know what it's like to come from a broken home. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to see a part 2 to this, you already know, run this video up, bro. I want to see the views, I want to see the likes. You already know. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out, dudes, and happy Valentine's Day.